Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dan on Sports. Well, the Super Bowl is history, and now we look forward to baseball, NBA, NHL, college basketball. But you think about it, and I got to thinking about this the other day, and it's always dangerous when I start to think, what has changed in sports? What has changed to the point where if you don't win at all, it doesn't matter what you did? I mean, think about it for just a moment. I am old enough to remember when if you won the pennant, if you won the American League pennant, you won the National League pennant, it was a big deal. And if you didn't win the World Series, too bad you didn't win the series, but boy, you won the pennant. That was a big deal. Well, the same for football. You won your conference, you won the AFC, you won the NFC. That was a big deal. It's not considered to be a big deal anymore. What's changed? What has happened here? Well, I think the Super Bowl has helped to change a lot of the mindset because it has become such a major event, not only a major event in the United States, a major event of the world, that if you don't win it all, if you don't win the Super Bowl, then your season wasn't I don't want to say wasn't a success, because you can't say, for example, the Patriots season wasn't a success, but they didn't win it all. And that's how you look at things now. And Major League Baseball the same way. I mean, you hear, we'll take the Yankees perspective for just a moment. Yankees haven't won it since 2009. People forgot the Yankees won the American League pennant in 2024. And it used to be a big deal. I mean, you look at the Yankees between 1960 and 1964, they won 5 straight pennants. But in that time, they won just 2 World Series. They lost to the Pirates in 60. They lost to the Dodgers. They were swept by the Dodgers in 63. And they lost a thrilling 7-game series to the Cardinals in 64. So it's like, they won 5 straight pennants. So what? I mean, and it really began to change in baseball, I would say, over the last 10 years when Major League Baseball really brought the American League and National League under one roof. Remember, back in the day, the American League and National League really were separate entities. They were entities unto themselves, so that if you were the champion of your league, you won the American League pennant or you won the National League, that was a big deal. I'm not saying it isn't a big deal anymore. It's from marketing perspectives. You know, you could market your team when you're selling season tickets. Hey, we're the champions of our league. But it's not the big deal it used to be. And another reason is they've diluted the product so much. All these leagues have divisions. I dare for you to name the teams. The National Football League has 32 teams. 4 teams in each division. They have 4 teams in 8 divisions. So that 4 times 8 is 32, by my math anyway. I even wonder about that in this day and age with math. But the point is, the NFC has 4 divisions of 4 teams. The AFC has 4 divisions of 4 teams. So it's like, it's almost, can you name the teams in each division? You used to be able to name the teams in the American League, teams in the National League, teams in the NFL, teams in the AFL. You can't do that now. And then you've got interleague play. So that adds, or I don't want to say diminishes, some might say diminish, but it adds to the fact it's no longer a big deal if you win your league. You've got to win it all. Like I said, for marketing purposes, you can market, hey, Toronto Blue Jays, get your season tickets. They're the American League champs. You can market that, certainly, and you can talk about how exciting a World Series it was. But right or wrong, the recognition in this day and age comes from winning it all. And if you don't win it all, yeah, from a marketing standpoint, you can boast that you won your league or you won your division. But what good is it, for example, if you win your division? Let's say you win 100 games in your division. Baltimore Orioles, classic example. When was it, 2023? They won 100 games and they were swept in the first round of baseball's playoffs, swept out in 3 games. So what good is that? You have to win it all now if you really want to gain the recognition that used to come by winning your league. And again, I'm not saying, you're not being recognized if You win your league, but it's not the same as it used to be. Like I said, and I'll use baseball as the example. You won the pennant. It was a big deal. The Red Sox won the 1967 pennant. That was a big deal. The impossible dream year. They didn't win the World Series. They lost to the St. Louis Cardinals. In 7 games, they lost to the Cardinals. But it was a big deal, and they still talk about the 67 Red Sox because they won the pennant, because it was a big deal back then. It's not now. And you really have to win it all. I mean, they talk about the 75 Red Sox. That was a big deal, but they lost to the Cincinnati Reds. You really have to win it all to gain recognition. It's all changed. Interleague play, divisional play. In the case of baseball, bringing the American League and National League under one roof, MLB's roof, has changed how we view sports in 2026. And even earlier, over the last 10 years, it's now win it all if you hope to get the recognition you used to get by winning your league or, in some cases, winning your division. Things change, don't they? That's going to do it for Dan on Sports. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And thank you for subscribing to my newsletter. And you can do that by going to danonsports.com. See you later.